Let me show you something.
Welcome back to the channel, Good People of Culture Clash Reactions. My name is Fen.
My name's Akasha.
Do you like
That's what
that
you just
energy?
did.
Welcome back, you bastards. Hope everyone is well. Today's video is something I am very excited about to show you.
Okay.
Where do I start? First of all, Patrice O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
As you know him through me because I talk about him all the time. And we're doing Patrice O'Neill on women. Once again, comedians on women. It's just because it's a funny dynamic. It's a
funny.
Men are naturally funny, and we have to deal with women, and women are so complex
Yeah.
and so fucking mental that it makes for good material.
Yeah, of course.
But all joking aside, you know what? I'm gonna keep my my thoughts to the end. So please stick around about Patrice because, in my opinion, the greatest comedian of all time.
Really?
The greatest comedian, hands down, of all time. And if he was still alive today, he would be the fucking king of everything.
Yeah.
Of podcasts, of stand-up, of movies, of everything. Elephant in the Room, which is his biggest special, is the best hour and 17 minutes of comedy you will ever see.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, of course. But as you know, I watch comedy all day, every day. From local comedy to open mics to theatre to whatever. Yeah. So I'd like to think I know what I'm talking about. I'll keep my thoughts to the end.
Yeah.
I just want you to sit back and enjoy what I think is the greatest comedian in the world, and I'll explain why I think he's. But even I think you're gonna get it.
Okay.
Should we do it?
Yep.
Let's do it. Get him, Patrice.
We don't want to hurt you. If you give a lie detector test to a man and a woman and ask them the same questions, man, we would pass them both up to a point where it's like, hey, ask a woman, you love your man, you love your family, you love your home, you love what you built. Yep. All right. You see Brad Pitt or Denzel Washington or whatever standing there, would you risk everything you built with your man just to sleep with him? And women, look, they go, nah, I wouldn't. And they'll pass the test. They be like, you know, they look good, but I wouldn't. Ask guys the same thing, you know, boom, love your woman, the kids, the house. Yeah. All right, you see that girl passed out behind the dumpster? Would you risk everything for a passed out woman behind a dumpster? I don't want to, but look at her with garbage on. She looks so cute with garbage on. We're like, I'm trying to like make it so women just like understand a little bit of like just to sympathize. It's like we're like sport fishermen. This is what I'm saying.
Listen to this.
Men like to fish. And
no one does analogies better than Patrice O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. And I'm sorry if I keep laughing before the joke's coming. It's because I know every last line he's ever said.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean,
people will be like, why like you're ruining surprise? Well, fuck off.
sport fishing is different from catching fish for food. You just get it, you catch it, and you show your friends. Because you want them to know that you can catch fish. You take a couple of pictures so you can show people the fish that you have the ability to catch. And then you release it back into the water. But a lot of women in here, you have boyfriends or husbands. You a fish that jump back on the boat. And just was like flapping, looking at me like, hi, I was wondering if you're gonna be fishing here again next week. Like, yeah, for other fish, get off my boat. Is that how you treat all the fish? You'd be like, oh, god damn. Nope, I'm sorry, sweetie. You're the last fish I ever wanted to be with. Now you stuck. Stuck with the last fish who was loving you and fighting hard to be on your boat. Then she got comfortable, and now instead of doing this, she's like, so we've been together for like a year now. Why do you still have a boat? You'd be like, so what's she trying to say? I can't catch fish no more? Why do you need to catch a fish? Because if I lose my ability to catch fish, then you're not gonna find me sexy no more. So you gotta smell fish on me so that you know I can catch fish so you can act right.
Act right.
What's your name? Dave, what's your name? How are you? Hi, this is truth. When you call Dave from another room, Dave, immediately he goes, ugh. What does she want now? Dave, you want to hear what happened to me today? You'd be like, oh. Ladies, let's discuss harassment.
Please listen.
For a second.
No, I wasn't going to listen to you.
Extra listen.
Why can't I harass you?
Like, just
Yeah.
a genuine man's like, why can't I? Like, it's not even like he's not even trying to be funny. Like, why can't? Like, give me a reason.
Sometimes I can never harass you, never. And I'm not talking about like, I'm talking just at the job. It's unfair that I can't harass you at the workplace. Like, you looking how you looking, and I can't just a little something that has to do, like, you got to be careful just to say, hey, you look beautiful today. That's how messed up the game is. I think you should be able to comment on any part of the body that you see. If you, I'm serious. What's your name? What's your name? Jeannie. Now, Jeannie, no disrespect, but if I work with you, I should be able to walk in and go, oh, Jeannie, beautiful titty meat you have there. And
Titty meat.
because I see that. But whatever the scientific term is, I'm looking at Mr. A 4.9 grade point average. What's the science term for the titty meat? What's the actual? And it's not the cleavage. I mean, the cleavage is the space in the middle. I'm talking about the meat. The meat, the titty part. And I'm not being foul, just, you know, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can go through the rest of the day without pretending that I don't see. Which you understand what I'm saying?
Right, you got to pretend.
I mean, let's work out a deal. Don't get me fired.
Let's work out.
Having women work with men, right? Is like
it's the pain. Don't give me like it's not even like I'm a predator. Like, just,
Right.
Hang on, this.
having women work with men, right? Is like having a grizzly bear work with salmon. Dipped in honey, like so. Now you dip the salmon in the honey, right? Grizzly bears. And the salmon get to walk through comfortable with honey and fish and good morning, grizzly bears. And the grizzly bears is like, hey, you can't even growl like, what's up, fish? Oh my God, human resources. The grizzly bear just did grizzly bear stuff. So.
Resources.
Like, I can't even go, hey, good morning, fish, good morning. Oh, I can't touch it like, oh, look at that. Oh, let me just get a little bit of that fish. It's so good. Get that honey. Oh my God. Fish and honey, man. That's my favorite. Usually I kill fish and eat them and stuff, but I just wanted to just rub a little bit of that. God damn.
I know his expressions are so good.
That's oppressive. Like, you shouldn't even... And there's cameras everywhere. You can't do, like, weird stuff behind her back. Like... Why would it be disrespectful? I said, what's your name? Terrell. If I go, hey, Terrell, we work together. And I go, Terrell, hey, do me a favor. Let me know when you're getting up to go to the bathroom so I can sniff your chair. That's disrespectful because it's sexual, but that keeps me from being... Like, I think there should be a holiday, for lack of a better word, harassment day, but not, that sounds whatever. But I mean a day where I get to find out, like, because, and this is why it should be harassment day, because women get to be inappropriate sexually all the time. You get to be inappropriate. And when I say inappropriate, I mean say hello to me too close. Hi. Or some weird massage because you think we're friends and you, good morning, a little kiss, and he's just like, oh boy. And you think in your head, man, I wonder if I, you know. But harassment day allows you to be able to ask all year. I say the Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
He's worked it out. He's figured it out.
And it's a beautiful day. Flowers and everything. You buy her flowers. You just real cool. You walk up. You're respectful. You say, hey, how are you? You know, good afternoon, Terrell. Happy harassment day. And you just, like, say, listen, I was wondering all year if you would suck my in a broom closet. And you just be like, no, thank you, I'm not. And you be like, thank you, keep the flowers. I just thought...
I'd ask.
I made a mistake. I thought you was a hoe all year. I was confused. I thought you was a hoe, but you're not.
How did we enjoy that?
Oh, I love Patrice.
Right?
Yeah. I've seen bits from him before, not that one, but he's hilarious.
Can I take over the mic for a second? May I? I don't want to make this, but here's what I want to say. A lot of people as well, they always skip to the reaction, and they didn't the first part. First part, what I said was, if anyone didn't catch it, I think the greatest comedian of all time, and I don't think anyone will ever touch him. Okay. And if he was alive today, Jesus Christ. And also Elephant in the Room, that's an hour and 17 minutes of the best.
Was that a clip from that?
Yes, it was. But you know how, like, a lot of specials you can sometimes switch off, even if it's for like 3 or 4 minutes, you can. You are there. You will not switch off for a second.
Oh,
I promise you.
Yeah.
He has you grasped the entire time. I want to say this about Patrice. I'm sorry to make this all serious, okay? But, like, I love comedy.
Yeah.
I love comedy, and I watch so much comedy, whatever. And there's a reason why he is the best ever. Patrice is a 6'4", really overweight black guy. He could have easily been hacky, as we call it in comedy. He could have easily been like, I'm a big fat man, black
that's
man.
His thing, yeah.
That's it. There's so many of them, okay, that it's just like, they're just like silly. This guy was a philosopher, okay, and like, this is, I'm sorry to like get all like deep and whatever, but seriously, listen to this guy. I know he was just a comedian, but he changed my life. Mm-hmm. He changed my life so much that he brought me to you. Mm-hmm. If I'd never watched Patrice's comedy, we never would have got together. Because I started to way before all these Andrew Tates and all these guys that are now, there's a bunch of them online, this was the original guy that was really speaking up for dudes. And yes, some would say shitting on women, but just, I would say calling women out for their shit, and also just making you understand what's important in life. Okay, like he was because he used to be on the Opie and Anthony show. It wasn't just comedy. The Opie and Anthony show, for those who don't know, was a successful, I think, radio station on Sirius XM. If anyone listens to Sirius XM, and Patrice used to be a guest on there all the time, and he would just go for 3 hours. Forget comedy, and these are the stuff that he wrote. That's why this is so golden, because this is stuff he's actually thought about and practiced. I'm talking about he used to just go for 3 hours, and it's
like he just has so much on his mind and like so much to say.
If you don't know who he is and you don't, I'm begging you, go type in right now on YouTube, Opie and Anthony, Patrice O'Neal. There's 144 clips in total, each one of about 2 to 3 hours of sheer gold. It could be about, he made me look at race differently, he made me look at politics differently, he made me look at everything differently, but particularly about women, really made me understand, oh, I'm actually worth something and I should find somebody who sees that. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why we're together. I always, as you know, I always thought I was never going to get married ever, because it was obvious that I just didn't connect with women like that. And it's because of listening to him. And here's what's really weird about Patrice is I discovered him like literally when he died. So I remember seeing a thing, it might have been even on like news, about a comedian dying. I was like, I don't know this guy, and I checked him out and I was like, holy
so you didn't really know
I
him
didn't
at all
know him while he was
that.
alive. And I can say now, like, that like, you know how when I see people get upset about celebrities dying, I always think it's fucking weird. Like, I'm just like, get it, okay, you can be like, I remember Muhammad Ali died, or Michael Jackson, or people like that I kind of like was, fans of. It's like, oh, it's sad, but I can honestly say Patrice is the first person who I'm never going to meet, who I don't know, who I miss.
Yeah.
I miss him. And I wish he was around. For those who are fans right now listening to this, if he was around today for the shit that's going on all through the Trump era and COVID and whatever, I'm telling you, he would be the king of every podcast, of every movie, we need him at a time like this now, where this like weird like censorship, annoying like comedy's just getting like, it's a weird space. He single-handedly could make us all look ridiculous, like what Bill Burr does, but on a much higher level. Him and Bill Burr were very, very almost best friends, and Bill Burr says is the best comedian he's ever seen. Like, that's just a snippet and it's a bit of fun or whatever, but like for real, if you go and if you're a fan, Opie and Anthony, there's 144 times that by 3. How many hours are we talking? We're talking well over, we're talking about 500 hours of material. And so good. And sometimes like the callers would call in, like some women want to give him shit, and the way he would corner them, and the way, by the way, he's like an unattractive, like overweight, and I've seen every clip there is of Patrice O'Neal online. I'm such a fan, as you can maybe tell. I'm such a fan. I've seen every single clip. Baby, he can pull some of the finest ladies out there. And he said in one of his podcasts, he's like, I'm a big disgust. He's like, if you see me naked, I'm a fucking mess. He's like, I disgust myself, okay? And he's like, and I'm lumpy, and he's like, I figured out that I'm ugly, but I want to fuck hot chicks. So I had to think of a way to do it.
Right.
And he did it with his brilliance. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like even his ex fiance, girlfriend, whatever, even she was, way out of his league.
Yeah.
And I just saw it in so many clips, like the way women are like, they're giving him this, and by the end of it, they're like, so like, what's your favorite color? Like, say, like, he just genius. I cannot stress more what a big fan I am. I don't know if I've given a good,
Yeah.
but I absolutely love him, and he's such a miss, and I just wish he was around today. And the greatest comedian ever. If you haven't, go watch Elephant in the Room. And I'm just sad because I'll never get the chance to see him live.
Yeah, I was
I'm
just
so
thinking
sad
that
I'm never going to get the chance to see him live. The next best thing is they've skipped, I think, the last 2 years because of COVID, but they used to do a Patrice O'Neal benefit every single year in New York, and all of his friends would come and do comedy, and there'd be Patrice O'Neal clips that people hadn't seen that are not online. I'd like to go to that at least sometime. Yeah, it's in New York in February. I'd love to go to that. But apart from that, that's the closest I'm ever going to get to,
Right.
But anyway, thanks for letting me. But yeah, he changed my life.
Yeah.
Patrice O'Neal, and
it's a shame he died so young.
he
too.
didn't really get famous until he died as well.
Yeah.
Only now is he really as famous. Fuck it, he'd been massive now.
Yeah.
He would just be shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Any last thoughts or comments, babe, that you'd like to
No.
put in there?
No.
But seriously, without him, we wouldn't have got together. I would have ended up with some
Thanks,
asshole.
Patrice.
I would have ended up with some fucking asshole. I
Really?
would have. Yeah, I would have, because I was ill-informed. I was inexperienced. Just like with all young men, doesn't trying to figure out themselves, trying to figure out love, and Patrice put it all for me. Oh, your happiness and your dignity and your balls mean something. Put them at the forefront when you meet a girl. Let her know, hey, this is what's up. This is who I am, and that's what we did when we first met.
Yeah.
You know, and luckily you weren't put off by me, as a lot of women were. Anyway.
Works for me.
Works for you. I'm happy, and you're the best. And so, thanks, Patrice. And as far as comedy goes, yeah, if there is, I don't believe in afterlife, but if you can hear me, thank you, Patrice. Thank you, Patrice. Anyway, any last thoughts?
No.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Sorry about going on there at the end, but it was just really important to me.
Baby.
Don't forget to
Like, comment,
Instagram.
subscribe. Oh, check us out at Instagram, A Culture Clash Reactions.
Ow.
No, this is gonna sound super corny, but I just like seeing you like passionate about stuff. It's sweet. Like, I just like to when you're like, I was in a little thing.
I'm very passionate.
I
about
just love
Patrice.
you.
I love you too. All right, see, so fellas, listen to Patrice. Forget all these new guys who are trying to get views now. Go back to Patrice. Nails it. Until next time, we'll see you later.